Hello, welcome to Cerulean Arts Gallery. Today we're speaking with Mo Gerngross in conjunction with her Cerulean Arts Collective Exhibition, which is on view now through December 7th. Hello, Mo. Thanks for being here today.
And thanks for having me.
So let me share my screen here. Okay, so please tell us a bit about yourself and the new show.
I've been practicing my art practice for probably over 20 years at this point, or close to 20 years. And I am always looking for different uh, mediums. I'm kind of, exploring different things. And so about a year and a half ago, I had gone up to the Met and seen some ink drawings by, I believe, Steely Brown. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A lot of her sketchbooks and that kind of thing. And it kind of gave me the inspiration to kind of use that medium and see what I could do with it. And I thought there was some success with it. Definitely a lot of mark making, different size nibs with the India ink on, really great paper and that kind of thing. So it's kind of intriguing to me. And even with the black and white, just the black and white, there were other pieces that I thought, a little color could go in there too, because I'm very much into color. Color does motivate me, and so does Mark. So that's what some of these pieces are about in this current exhibition. And then when we go to the other side, it's more colorful, kind of what some of the things that I have behind me, that some of them I'm working on. So um, it was very joyous to do. It was terrific. I loved executing them, and had a lot of ones that didn't make the cut. But this is something that I really enjoyed working on.
So it seems like a more lighthearted show.
In this case, it is. I think, and it certainly didn't take the same amount of time to execute these as it would one of the acrylic paintings or the oil paintings that I do. So it was a little bit of a diversion that was greatly enjoyed. Um, Kind of showing some different options, different techniques, different mediums, which is always a part of an artistic experience. So
So how did you come to art to begin with?
I came to art to begin with. I had always had an interest in it, and just started taking many, many classes at Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, local art centers in Wayne, um, at the Woodmere, and just really, you can get into a flow with it, and it's just been a great gift that I've been able to um, do, and also to work with you and Tina, because you guys have just been a tremendous um, for me, and I think for the community as well. For people that want to really experience, art and and just have a great time with it and kind of take themselves out of their normal daily lives of work and kids and family and that kind of thing. So I've been very grateful to you and Tina for this and for our relationship.
Well, likewise.
And through our relationship, I've been able to keep working on things which I love and be able to present them and work on different mediums. I think the last one we did was a collage selection, and then we've had, other series that I've done. I think we've been working together for, is it 4 years? I think 4 or 5 years. So I've loved it, and I'm very grateful.
Yeah, you've changed, like each show is very different.
Yes, and I hope that's okay.
Of course, yes.
Okay. Because you have to kind of you want to change it up. You want to be doing the same thing all the time. It's like a growth situation.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's
and also,
healthy.
visiting other museums and being inspired by other artists and what they're doing. So these are some of the acrylic works that I've done, very similar to things that I've done in the past. And I'm still working on that kind of work. Um, and working in sets, smaller, bigger. I've done major, much larger pieces before, but working a little bit smaller at this point. So, and I've been enjoying it. Work, just working, getting the materials down is always challenging. So whether it's a watercolor or it's a cradle panel or it's on heavy paper or any of that kind of thing. So Um, oil, not oil. I mean, the ones that I'm working on behind me I'm working on some uh cold wax and oil. So that's sort of for, the future, but
Mhm.
definitely, with the color, same kind of feeling.
So when you start these, do you have a plan?
I start them with it depends on whether I'm going to like do a group of four. Um, so a lot of times I'll just start with something that's a singular piece. I'll start with just a mark or color or just like get everything, like set up on the back and then start breaking it down, like a big mark, big mark, and then you start kind of breaking it down and adding and subtracting. Obviously, that wasn't the case with the inks because once it's down, it's down. You
Right.
can't
Yeah.
really, manipulate that. But the thing with the inks that I thought was interesting is that it can be very quiet, it can be very soft, depending on what nibs you're using, and then you can brush into it. So there was a lot of different things I learned from that experience, and I thought they were pretty successful. So,
Hmm.
and enjoyed meeting a lot of the other artists that were there as well at the reception. It was delightful.
Yeah, well, that's part of the plan is to put people together.
I know, and it's great. They all give you ideas and how they do, we all ask each other
Hmm.
questions like, how did you do that? How did you do that? How did you do that?
Yeah, bounce off each other.
Yes, it's great. It's terrific because it's always good to be around people. And these pieces, I just wanted them to be very simple, not, still working with the inks, but very, fast movement, manipulating the nibs, changing out the ink, the weight of the ink, and then, how many colors do you really want or need, and then stop, like stop, that's enough.
When you call
Just
these joy one, two, three.
yes, yes.
So is that how you felt when you made them?
I did. And the thing is when I decided to make the red marks on them, and I knew I wanted to do that, but what I did is I made a copy of the piece, and then
Ah,
I tried to figure out like a couple of different ways where the red would go, and that was, the best spots for them. So
mhm.
it was very considered
It's
the placement of
deceptively simple.
it is, but it was a lot more than, just being, just like whipping it together.
Right.
There was
Right.
a lot of thought and consideration put into it.
Hmm. Although,
And I have a lot of them that did not work. Trust me, it was too heavy
right.
or it was, and that kind of thing. And these little guys on the color ones on the side, they were really from a sketchbook that I had been working with and doing, just some, how practicing how I wanted that to work, how it was laying out, whether I was using Posca pens or whether I was using watercolor or acrylic. Um, and I just thought they were pretty successful as well, just as little additions to the series.
So you call this path to power.
Right.
Where does that come
I have
from?
I have three more of them, and I had done that in a series as well. And to me, when I did it, it looked like it was a path because I had done four of them, kind of thing. So I think it's Path to Power number four. So I
Yeah.
have three others. And this one is in watercolor. So, and the other one was in Posca pen. And just like filling with the depth, how much opacity you want. I really like those Posca pens because they can really do a lot of manipulation with them and kind of go over them. So I've been blessed to work with you guys on this.
Well, it's a great show, Mo.
Thank you.
Enjoy it very much. The show itself is up through December 7th. We hope people come down to see it, and everything's also available on the website,
Yes.
ceruleanarts.com.
Okay.
Thanks for being here and have a great rest of the day.
You too. Enjoy.